Thursday! How's everybody doing today? What's up, what's up? Man, the weather's actually... God, the weather's being so weird. It's like it's hot, cold, raining, not raining. I got my new sweatshirt on. This is the design that I picked out. Well, that I requested to be drawn up. And it's my absolute favorite. I'm gonna give you guys a minute to get in here. Let me see if I can get all chat pulled up. Okay, there it is. Where do we start? Man, sometimes when I do a longer stream like I did yesterday, I feel like I done talked y'all to death. And so here we are today. Hi, Helena. Good to see you. And I'm like, where do we start? Where do I... And I read all of my comments. Hey, Pittsburgh nurse. Good to see you. So I see you guys. And I like criticism. I do. But what I've noticed about myself and everybody around me, we like to be judgmental. Myself, I like to be judgmental. But I never feel like I offer anybody, like, any remedy. Like, are y'all gonna cover Azalea? Missing from North Carolina. Is that the blonde teenage girl? I haven't heard of it if it's not. I think it is. But yes. I have looked into that case just a little tiny bit, like the surface of it. I haven't fully... How do I want to say this? Usually we don't do runaway cases or cases where it's like a parental thing or the kid is old enough to like run away because it's like a family thing. I don't know how to explain it, but if it turns out that there seems to be some type of foul play component to it, we will definitely discuss it. It's good for me as far as all the cases we talk about. It's really good, you know, to get the Nomad. Thank you so much. But it's good to get to talking about cases because it brings awareness. And it's important. All of these kids and people and humans in general that go missing, they all deserve the same dedication and the same... it's weird. Like, how do we pick what case gets more publicity? Like... I'd like to hear more about Michael Monkeys Vaughn's case, and I know we still talk about it. It's been a while, so it's not as popular, but I feel like his case versus Summer Wells got a whole lot more attention. Thank you so much. You are the best, Helena. Thank you so much. I appreciate you so much. You help my channel grow. And for those of you guys, the memberships... my first tier is $2.99, and I put a lot of my more personalized content on the members only tab. I know that anybody really can join, and I'm sure I have people that are there that are not of best interest, but it's okay. It just feels a lot more safer to put, you know, like my daughter and just a little bit more of the personal type stuff on my members only tab. So make sure you tell Helena thank you if you got a membership. Again, I appreciate it very, very much. And, but yeah, I like to just, when I talk to you guys, it's kind of just like a PSA usually to myself. So like, usually if I'm talking about it, it's something that I've recognized that I have an issue with. So I'm never like, hey guys, you suck. Work better on getting this done, or do this better, or do, you know what I mean? So it's like, I realize that, you know, I am somewhat judgmental, and I do point out people's flaws, and I like to critique things, or, you know, discuss, debate, comment on certain things, and it's like, I never offer the person any type of, like, how do you go from here? Like, how do you get better? Like, why would you just tell somebody, hey, you're fat every day, but not suggest... And that's an extreme example. I'm not telling anyone they're fat every day. My mom tells me sometimes that I'm fat, but for the most part, she's got good intent. She just thinks that if she tells me, maybe I'll remember to look in the mirror and realize, hey, I got a little chunky there. But it's like, when you don't offer some type of remedy for the issue, it's like, at that point, you're just bitching to what? To bitch? I don't know. Some people like to bitch, though. That's another thing. Some people just really like to be stuck in a negative mindset. And I actually had something happen. I'm going to tell you guys about it. But good morning, Carmela. Good morning, Jules. Hey, Penny. So I always try to force speaking things into existence in a positive manner. And when I first started doing this, it was kind of like law of attraction, like manifest your dreams. And then I realized, did you? Carmela, was it a medium? Because we actually printed 2 mediums that were on the list that had been ordered. This is my favorite. I liked it because the hat looks kind of like the Vans logo. And it's one of the shirts that I helped design. But what was I talking about? Preaching on good things and saying good things out loud. And oh, okay, so you must have ordered it after we started printing, because I had the list written down before a certain time. Awesome. You're gonna love it. It's freaking awesome. But the law of attraction isn't really, it's like not necessarily that it's against my religion, but it's like taboo to be so self-centered and so like, my mind is a powerful thing, therefore I can make stuff into existence. But when I thought about it, I realized, the Bible does say stuff like, seek and ye shall find, ask and ye shall receive. As long as you're not out here trying to be greedy or like overdo your benefits or positivity, like, you know what I mean. I'm being facetious when I talk sometimes, so don't ever really take me literally. But the reason why I wanted to say, it works. So there was this thing that I was paying off, some tax, whatever. It's paid off now. But my income tax was coming. And it was to get here by the 29th. They never give you a date. It's like anywhere between so and so and so and so day. And like the end date was like the 29th of February. And the car's making a funny noise. Okay. But my mom had asked me, well, when were you going to get it? Because, I was going to have her take it and pay it and whatever. And I said tomorrow. And I'm like, I don't know why I just said that. I didn't get any kind of notification that it was coming tomorrow. Like, I literally, with my whole chest, said tomorrow. And then, once I said it, I'm like, fuck, why did I just say that? Like, what if it doesn't come tomorrow? Then she's going to get pissed. And then, I'm like, it's like, I can't lie. There's something wrong with me. It's like my biggest flaw. And some people say it's like my biggest positive, but I can't lie. So like I told her tomorrow, and I'm thinking like, you know what? Maybe it's going to come tomorrow. So like, I didn't technically lie. So like, whatever. Well, tomorrow comes, and guess who got their money tomorrow? So it's like, the more that I preach it, the more that I feel like it's come to pass. Like, I don't ever, like, if I have congestion or sniffles or something, I never want people around me or me to be like, oh my God, I'm sick. Or it's like you're inviting the sickness into you. Like, I don't like it. And so I'm like, people around me, please don't talk about how you think I'm getting the flu, or like, please don't talk about how you think I'm sick or I sound sick. Like, just cool. You notice I'm talking a little bit raspy? Go about your business. Like, there's no need to say, hey, you're like, in Dolly's one time, somebody paid a super chat to tell him that he sounds like he's getting the flu. And I'm like, we don't accept you, Satan. Like, do you see what I mean? It's like, no, thank you. But that reminded me, and the reason I was discussing that or mentioning that is because we were discussing, of course, Sebastian Rogers, missing from Hendersonville, 16-year-old teen boy. A lot of people have lost hope because we don't see any activity going on. We don't see any active searching going on. We don't see positive, the way the parents talk. They seem like they're one way, or we judge them based on how, we perceive things, but sometimes things are not how we perceive them. Good morning, Zen. Hey, Jesus. Good to see you guys. But and like I said, I keep wanting to reinforce that when I talk about stuff that I talk about here, it's like a PSA to myself, because I know I do this. I do this a lot. And so it's important to not do it because, we truly don't know. And if we do know, then, we would have possibly done the crime. Because, this is the thing. And this is what I learned from following Deception Detective. And I think this is why something that Seth said in the Dolly interview he did really upset me or bothered me, is when he said, you're not asking the right question. To me, that alluded to him knowing what the right question was, and therefore he's hiding what he knows, and therefore could somehow be involved, if that makes sense. And then same thing with when Katie did not call him when her kid is missing, because just as being the other parent, she doesn't know where her kid is. So why wouldn't you call everybody that the kid might know or might go to or that talk to the kid on a daily basis? Why wouldn't you call them all and ask them, hey, have you heard from Sebastian, or have you seen Sebastian? So the only reason that you wouldn't do that is if you know for certain that he's not with Seth or whoever it is that, you could have or should have called. So that's the difference in somebody that knows what happened and somebody that doesn't know what happened. It's not as easy, because at first I even fell for it. I'm like, well, she says she didn't call the dad. So what? I wouldn't call my kid's dad first. We don't, have a terrible relationship, but I mean, we're not like, hey, let me call him on the phone today and have a chit chat. I just don't, I would have asked someone to call my ex. Maybe that's what I mean, though. If you truly have a missing kid and you're panicked, frantic, and your kid goes to stay with his dad every other weekend, talks to his dad, according to Katie and Chris, Seth is a fantastic father. He sits on the sidelines. He cheers for his kid. He supports everything he does. He loves him. He's there for him every other weekend. And so therefore, if you truly have no idea where your kid is, the fact that this is your ex wouldn't matter. It wouldn't faze you. You would call your worst enemy if your kid had talked to that person on a daily basis or had relationship with the person where it's fact he could possibly have gone with him for whatever reason. Yeah, I would also. And I said that too. Because when all of this first came out with Sebastian Rogers, I always like to put myself in the situation, which is not always right, because I don't react certain ways that the rest of the world reacts. And so sometimes that's wrong on my part, but that's how I perceive things. And I actually take pride in, I believe I can take myself out of my situation, my body, whatever, and imagine how somebody else may feel or what they may be doing for whatever reason. But I hyper focused on that part of oh, it's her ex, she don't like him, whatever. But if you truly have no clue where your kid is, like me, for example, if my kid, I woke up this morning and my kid wasn't in her bed, I would not panic instantly. This is not a toddler. This is not a child that cannot walk on her 2 feet and get out of the house and go sneak to her best friend's house, or go call her dad, or her dad come pick her up, whatever. I would call a whole ass list of people. Hey, have you seen my kid? And her father would be on that list, simply because, not because, hey, X, I don't want to talk to you, but because I'm checking off all of the possible list of places and people that my kid could possibly go to or be with. If I truly don't know that my kid is not with her dad, and it could be possible, like, let's say he was driving down the street and happened to see her walking down the street and scooped her up and hadn't got a chance to call me about it yet. Or, you know what I mean? So it's very telling, and it's very telling when people come up and talk on platforms while these cases are going on and the investigation's open. And I think it helps us as observers to get an idea of what went down, or how their household is ran, or how, involved or not involved they are, or what they're saying as far as being truthful or not. But I'm not an expert. I'm not someone that has any higher standing than any of these people. And so, is it really even my right to be able to dissect everything they do and say? I mean, I can't imagine. You're already missing a kid, and now, all of the parents. I'm talking every single one of them. Seth, Katie, Chris. You're already going through the worst scenario of your life. Like, even if you did it, let's say they're guilty. I don't know that they are, but they've got to be battling demons within themselves. Like, we don't know why or how or what, so it's like, I don't know. I'm just starting to really try and, like, do better and be better. And I just feel like it's just, we've beat the heck out of the horse already. And at this point, there's no physical evidence that they can point to say, hey, so-and-so did it. Period. The end. Goodbye. And so, like, we're still just beating the horse. And why? I don't know. I don't get it. Thank you, Carmela. Yes, please, guys, double tap the screen if you're watching on your phone. It's an easy way to like the video, and it helps with the algorithm. I listen to you every morning, dropping my kids off at school. So glad you're on. You guys getting snow again? We better not get snow again. It just warmed up. It feels like it's, like, hot outside. What do you mean snow? Don't put that on me. Ugh. Oh, God. What have you guys been saying? Yep, I'd call around first. All the people my kid's close to. Yeah, same thing. I would call her friend Moss. I would call her friend Yvonne. I would call, like, all of the list of people that I know that she has direct contact with. And I'd probably even go to their houses. I mean, I'm overbearing. I'm like the helicopter parent, and my kid is 13. So, good morning. Say no to Scientology's cult. It was 67 here yesterday. What? No way. Awesome, Cable. Yeah. This is the design that I helped create. Well, I told the person that did the art what I wanted on it. And I like the Vans. That reminds me of the Vans logo. The checker print. So, it's like something that I have in my closet already. I love it. But yeah, it's pretty warm. It feels like it's going to be a good, nice, warm day. And yeah, it's Thursday. It's almost Friday. I want to know what's with so much child SA is crazy. I mean, I can't explain that. It's almost like people are just demented. Did the world get just more perverted, or did it always happen and we just didn't have social media, so we didn't hear about it? It's gross. People are just disturbed, and the more that bad stuff happens around me, it's like I can see why or how they get to become disturbed, but it's like, man, fight off them demons. It's not cool. We see such a small turnout of the parent's whole life. We don't see what exactly. And that's right. I It's really nice. How does your hoodie hold up in the wash? I don't try my hoodies, and you just gotta turn it inside out. But this is a we just got a new method. So these are professional prints that we've pressed onto the hoodies. So I haven't really fully had a chance to mess with it. I like to kind of wash it heavily to see what it'll stand up to. But these just came in yesterday, and they got pressed last night. So I think a little bit of both, but the internet made it worse. Now, I mean, I can see that. Our snow's almost gone. Yeah, our snow's completely gone. I thought it would never go away. It was like mounds of snow. I almost wanted to, we were in a parking lot the other day. I almost wanted to go up to the snow to see if it'll melt with my lighter. I don't know why I have a lighter. I don't smoke, but I have a lighter in my purse because I carry everything. I don't really even know why. I think it's like a hoarding disorder or something. I walk around with like everything I own in my purse. It's not normal. But I don't get it. Take note of being an adult and know your boundaries. People can't seem to do that anymore. I know. Oh my God, we're like an intrusive species, and for whatever reason, I don't know how we got here. It's like the true crime genre, which I don't consider myself that. I'm commentary, but it's like we feel, and I say we, meaning like myself only, entitled to be in this person's household, like as if, you know, they're required to tell us every aspect of every part of their life, and it's just not really like that. And we shouldn't expect that. Same thing with the cases being solved and stuff. Like, I demand to know why they're not prosecuting the people they know harmed Michael Vaughn. And it's not going to happen because I'm a nobody. Not that I'm a nobody. I'm a nobody when it comes to the... You get what I mean. Good morning, Pat Gaines. Mother's intuition is very powerful. Maybe that has something to do with why many of us kind of feel the mother knows. Yeah. Turtle Island tonight. Yep. I put new cards in the deck. I actually rewrote all the cards so that the Sharpie marker was bright and you can see the cards. But, did you see about Johnson's in Tennessee? She killed her 2 little kids and no one's speaking on that. What? I thought that was, I think the other lady's name was Jessica too. The girl that unalived her poor 7-year-old that was just trying to get her attention, and she wanted her to get away from her and drowned her in the freaking, oh my God. People are just sick. But no, I'll have to look into that. Jessica Chandler. That reminds me so much of Jessica Chambers. I think it was Chambers. Somebody set her on fire. Like, oh my God. People are just sick. This was in October. Yeah, I'll have to check it out. On that note, I gotta run. Thanks for being here with me, you guys. And it was good chat. You guys try to be kind, and I'll catch you guys on the flip side. Bye, Bicycle.